Hi guys, welcome or welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Shardemarie. Welcome. And in today's video, we are testing out some new makeup that I picked up from Sephora's Spring VIB sale. Unfortunately, that sale is no longer going on. But while it was, I picked up some items that caught my eye. So I have the Lawless foundation and concealer as well as a one size product. But before we hop into this video, don't forget to hit that subscribe button as well as thumbs up if you like this type of video. Now let's get into it. Okay guys, so let's hop into it. Normally, you guys know I do my eyes and stuff first, but because I already have a video up showcasing one of the new items that I picked up from the sale, which was the Natasha Denona Pastel palette. If you haven't watched that video, go check it out. It will be linked down below. We're going to work on the face today because mainly that's what the rest of these new items are, face products. So like I said, I have the Lawless Conceal the Deal Full Coverage Foundation along with the concealer. This is more brand new than this is, but I wanted to pick them up together and test them out. As well as this is brand new, the One Size 3D Blush Trio. This is in the color Freaky Peach. And I believe I talked about this in my Sephora VIB wish list that I wanted to pick this up. And I picked it up. I mean, I only get 10% off, but I mean, it's better than paying full price, right? So from when I opened it up, the top part is a cream, and then you have the two powders down here. So I'm gonna try to use this one. Has some shimmer in it, so you can use this as the blush topper. So you'll put this on first, maybe this to set this, and then this is to give it a little bit more up if you wanted to. Who knows? Who knows? But let's work on the foundation first. So like I said, this is the Lawless Conceal the Deal Long Wear Full Coverage Foundation, and this is supposed to be a self-setting foundation. Let me read what it says. It says this is the long-wearing, lightweight, fluid foundation, delivers modern full coverage with a self-setting, natural matte finish that feels fresh and weightless on the skin, which is perfect because it's going to be a good old 75, 80 degrees today. Okay, so this would be the perfect time for me to test this out. And this is what the packaging looks like. It's in a little squeezy tube. And it just says clean AF because this is vegan, paraben free, cruelty free. What else is it free of? Silicones, parabens, phthalates, sulfates, mineral oils, and carbon black, whatever in the world that means, I don't know. But this is what the foundation looks like. And then for the concealer, the claims is this is a long-wearing, lightweight concealer, delivers buildable to full coverage with a soft focus finish that feels fresh, comfortable, and virtually undetectable on the skin. So this is also a clean AF, which I'm assuming is probably free of everything that the foundation is, which is true. And I got my concealer in the color Olive, which is supposed to be tan with golden warm undertones, and then far as my foundation, I got it in the color Honeycomb. So let's test this out. I already have my beauty blender ready to go. Please don't mind that it's dirty. I just did not feel like cleaning it. Oh wait, we need to set our face. So to set the face, and because I'm going to be wearing this all day as well as do a wear test for you guys, I'm going to use my e.l.f. Power Grip Primer along with maybe my e.l.f. Putty Primer just to fill in my pores. So okay, so I'm supposed to let the e.l.f. primer sit in for 30 seconds. Which is probably already done that since I was putting on my second primer for the day. Because I just want to make sure that I'm not looking crazy or greasy or any of that stuff throughout the day, because I have a full busy day. So this is like the perfect time to test out this foundation and just see how it really, you know, deals with the elements of outside. So you shake it up. It sounds very liquidy. Sounds very liquidy. It comes with a little dropper thing, so I'm gonna put, whoop. I think this much should start off okay. And I'm really gonna focus it on like my little problem areas because I've been breaking out. I'm just now getting off of my period, TMI, so this is the aftermath right now. By next week, fingers crossed, all of this should be gone. So let's just test it out with just that little bit on one side at least. Okay, so this is what it looks like with, this is that one little bit. It didn't do my whole face, like I didn't get a chance to get up to my forehead, but my forehead's going to be kind of covered today, so it really doesn't matter. However, though, I did an amazing match. I'm getting good, I'm getting good. You know, let me not jinx myself, but I'm getting good. So we're going to add a little bit more to our beauty blender, and we're going to try to rebuild this up even a little bit more just to see how full coverage we can get it. Okay, half of the face is done, other half obviously not done. So for me personally, I don't see it as it being a full coverage foundation because I still see some of my black marks. Now maybe if I would have color corrected first before adding in the foundation, then maybe it will be way more full coverage. Or also be because of the sponge. You guys know sponges soak up all the product and whatnot. So I personally don't see this as being full coverage. I see this as being medium to buildable coverage, but it also says it is buildable. So, I mean, what am I really saying, you know? But however, I like the finish. I like the coverage of it. For me personally, I'm okay with this. I'll just turn these into like little moles for the day. And maybe this one too. I don't know if you guys do this, but anytime I have a pimple or something that's like raised and I'm not trying to pick at it so it won't leave a mark, I just turn it into moles. That's all I do. I just turn it into moles. But yeah, so this is one face. I mean, one side done. So I'm going to do the other side off camera and then we'll be back to do the concealer. Okay, so this is what the foundation is looking like right now. I'm touching my face to see if there's any transfer coming off of my face or anything like that. I'm not pressing my face that hard, but I'm just checking. I see any, so I see some slight transfer just a little bit right now. So I guess it's not fully dry yet. So I went on Sephora to see, well actually I Googled to see like what does it really mean to be self-setting. So basically it means that you don't need any loose setting powder, or if you don't want to use setting spray to set the face, because this foundation is supposed to set itself. And also from what I've read, if you wanted like a full more coverage then obviously again use a brush as well. And then I also read that when picking your shade, just note that supposedly it dries down a slight deeper than when you first applied it because it has like all these high natural pigments in it. So hopefully this doesn't oxidize where it looks crazy on me. I mean, on camera it looks like I'm matching right now, but of course if it dries down slight deeper like they're saying, then I might look a little crazy. But then again, that's why we have a lighter concealer. So like I said, this is in the color Olive. I don't know if this is supposed to be self-setting. I didn't read anything about the concealer being self-setting, so I will be setting the concealer at least, but I'm only going to set one side of the face just because I just feel like I need to. But I'm gonna set it with like a translucent powder, so that way if I have to set the other side of the face, I can use the same powder for the other side as well. But I'm only going to set one side just to see if it is really a self-setting powder. I mean, a self-setting foundation. Girl, get it together. So this is the concealer. On my face, I'm trying to show you guys the applicator. It looks like a normal concealer brush. So let's see if I picked the right shade for me. Or okay. This gives me my it gives me my Morphe 3.25 concealer vibes, because I think this is the same color I will wear in that concealer. I also like to let my concealer set for like 60 seconds to maybe 2 minutes so I can get the fullest I can get. And I'm going to be using my small beauty blender. This is from Luxie Brushes. I got this in a BoxyCharm, but I do plan on picking up some like little smaller brushes like and sponges like these from Real Techniques. I saw that they have like a little mini complexion sponge set that I'm going to pick up. So yeah. So I'm going to let this sit for 60 seconds. And I'm actually going to spray my sponge with a little bit of this Mario Badescu, because I feel like my sponge is a tad bit dry. Y'all see that? What the hell is that? It didn't do that to this side. Let me let it sit there for a second. I don't know. Lately, these new products has been trying to play me, and these are high-end products. I've never had any real issues with my drugstore. These high-end products has been trying to play me lately. I don't know what's going on, but they need to get it together. Alright, let's try to re-blend it out. I don't know. This concealer is not really doing it for me for my under eyes. Maybe once I set it. But right now, it's just not doing anything. So I'm going to go ahead and hurry up and set this now. I'm using my OPV Beauty loose setting powder. If I can find it. Here we go. I'm using my OPV Beauty London loose setting powder. This is in medium. And I'm just using this just to set my under eyes only. I'm not using to set the whole face. Like I said, I want to use a translucent powder for my face. But it doesn't look horrible now, but I don't know. I don't know if I'm really feeling this concealer right now. I'm gonna have to keep testing it out. Or maybe it's just this eye that wanna act stupid today. Because this eye doesn't look horrible. It's just this one. It's like I have like extra lines that came out of nowhere, or emphasizes my extra lines that came out of freaking nowhere. I don't know what is going on with this eye, but this eye isn't as horrible. I don't know. Can you guys see that? Can you guys see that? You guys probably can't see because of the lighting, but for some reason, I don't know. This eye's giving me trouble. Okay, anywho, let's move on. So let's test out the One Size 3D Blush Trio in Freaky Peach. So like I said, the first color is a cream. So I'm going to take my big beauty blender and I'm just going to tap my so this is the color payoff, and then I'm just going to tap the excess on the back of my hand just so it won't be so pigmented when we put it on. Okay, that's a beautiful color. It's not as pigmented as I thought it was going to be. I thought it was going to be like overwhelmingly pigmented, but I like the way that it comes off. It gives you that chance to build it up if you wanted to, and that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to build it up. Okay, so that is what the blush is looking like. I'm just going to blend it out a little bit more with the back end of my thing, but that's what the blush is looking like. For some reason right here, where my concealer is, that's it's like formed to where I put the powder instead of it blending in with the powder. Okay, so let's blend it out. Okay, I'm looking kind of like muddy. I don't know, y'all. I don't know what the frick is going on today. I don't know what the frick is going on today. But we're going to make it work. I'm not gonna give up on this now. And so now I'm going to take my my pressed translucent powder. This is from Winky Lux. It's their matte point powder and transparent, so it's good for all skin tones. This is what it looks like. I'm just going to take a big fluffy brush like this. This is from BH Cosmetics. And I'm only going to do one side, maybe this side, because this side is the one that seems to give me the most trouble. So maybe I can fix it with this side. And I'm just going to use it to basically clean up the bronzer and the blush, and then just also set whatever I feel like needs to be set with this. I'm not going to set this side. So this is going to be the non-setting side with a powder, and this side will be set with powder. And that will be coming with me today. So just in case I need to set this side, then I have my translucent setting powder ready to go. Okay. Alright, so let's add our powder blush. I'm going to dip into the middle of it with this brush from BH Cosmetics. Okay. And to make sure this stays on all freaking day and stay matte, I'm going to take my NYX matte finishing spray, but I'm only going to do, again, just this side of the face. So this is the makeup, and I look like a fucking clown. I look like a clown. I hate it. I hate it. For some reason, the blush is like just stuck right here on the rosy parts of my face, and I don't even really put blush right here. My under eyes look very dark. Especially this one, I look very dark. The powder just did not work well with it at all. I don't know. I keep going over it with the brush that I use to set to like blend it in. I don't know. Maybe I shouldn't have used that yellow powder with this concealer. I don't know what's going on. I did my skincare this morning, so maybe the products that I use with my skincare just doesn't work right. I don't know. Okay, this don't look that bad now that I basically have been going over it with this brush to really tone it down. But you can still see like the yellow under my eyes. So I don't know what that is about. Anywho, I'm gonna go off camera. I'm gonna do my eyes and then we'll be back to talk about it. And then throughout the day, I will give you guys updates on my makeup. Okay guys, so here we are. Here we are after, whew, I didn't think we was gonna make it, y'all. I didn't think we was gonna make it. This is probably not the best makeup that I've done on my channel or off camera at all. I don't know if it was me, if it was the products. I have no idea. So I'm not going to, you know, X any of these items out just because today could have just been a bad day for makeup for me. However, I do like the way that it finally came out. Everything decided to finally settle in and not look crazy. So here we are. You can still see the yellow powder under my eyes. So probably with this concealer, it's just not best to use that powder because any other of my concealers, it works just fine. It could be that this is way too light for the yellow or what, I don't know. But you can definitely still see like my yellow powder underneath of my eyes, even though it's blended in. So yeah, again, I don't know what was going on with this eye when I used a concealer. Like it was, the sponge was picking up the concealer off of my eyes. I don't know what that was about. The blush, it was just blending in. It wasn't trying to blend in with the powder. Maybe because it was the cream that I put on or whatnot, I don't know. So what I did was just took a face powder that I have that's sort of kind of lighter than my skin tone and just like use a small brush similar to like my highlighting brush and just like try to blend in the lines of the blush and that powder so that way it can blend in more. Like I said, the blush, for some reason, it just seemed like it was just like stuck right here on my cheeks and whatnot. So I did blend it out, you guys saw, with that big fluffy powder brush and just try to blend it in as much as possible for it to tone down the blush. So the blush is the powder. It's very, very, very pigmented, okay? And I will say, obviously don't do what I did, set the under eyes and then use the cream over top of it. Do all your creams first and then set afterwards, because then maybe you want to be going through this issue. Again, that could have just been me. My dumb behind set the under eyes first without me finishing up using all my creams. So that was my bad. But all in all, the makeup don't look horrible. If you want to know what's on my eyes, I used the Natasha Denona palette that came in, that was a BoxyCharm exclusive. It is in Iona. So I use Harlow all over the lids, and then I use what is this, crease, obviously for the crease, and then I use this dark brown for my lash line. And then for the little pop of shimmer, I actually use the bottom row of the blush palette and use that on the lids because, like I said, it is a blush topper, or you can use it as a highlighter, but I just use it as my pop-up eyeshadow on today. And then on my list, I have my Lady lipstick, which is like my all-time fave, mixed in with this dark coffee lip liner, and then I just put my Trust Fund Beauty lip oil over top. So yeah, that is the face. So now, I had this on, I put my foundation on at around 11 o'clock. So right now, my oils are still at bay, okay, on both sides. Like I said, this is the unset side and this is the set side. So both sides are looking the same. So throughout the day, I will be sharing iPhone footage of what my makeup is looking like. So yeah, I don't know how long I'm gonna have this makeup on. It's 11 o'clock right now. I had somewhere to be at 6. So we shall see how it works out. But yeah, let's just see how this makeup day goes with this foundation and concealer. Okay guys, so it's 3 o'clock. This is what my face is looking like. This is the side that it's set, and I'm looking kind of greasy compared to the side that I did set. I still look normal. You guys can see that. This is the non-greasy side. You know, this is the self-setting side. This is the side I set with the powder. Right now, I feel like I need to set this side of the face with some powder because I'm looking very oily. But I'm not gonna touch up yet. I might touch up later before we leave to go to this birthday celebration outside. But right now, I'm just gonna let it be. But my natural oils still come through. Again, it's just really on this side. So yeah, that is the update. I put this on at 11, so this been 4 hours. This is what it look like in 4 hours. Okay y'all, so we are at basically the 8-hour mark. Is now 7:40. So this is going to be the end of the video. So this is what my face is looking like now from when I touched it up when I was at my house. So nothing had changed since then. Under eyes still look the same. But when I first, you guys probably can't even see, when I first put my makeup and stuff on. So I will say, even though I think that concealer was just doing its own thing, still looks good. So let me turn the camera around so y'all can really see my face. So I turned the camera around so you guys can get a real good look at my face. So foundation, everything still looks the same. I'm getting a tad bit oily right here, but that's why we got the translucent powder, okay? But other than that, my face still looks good. It still stayed intact. Nothing has changed since the last time I did my update. So we are at the 8-hour mark. So this is going to be the end of the video. So I wore this foundation for 8 hours. So my final thoughts are, I might need to play around with it just a little bit more, use different primers, use different powders, because you guys saw how in the beginning of this video, it was a struggle. But nothing has altered, nothing has changed since then. So I think this is a very long-wearing foundation that you can wear for 8 hours, probably even longer. So I wanted to mention about the self-setting claims. However, I feel like, I don't know if it's self-setting, especially if you have oily skin. I think you definitely would need to set your face. Now you have normal to dry skin, it might be just fine. So I'm going to have to play around with it just a little bit more. So yeah, so that's going to be the end of this video. I hope you guys enjoyed this testing new makeup / word test of these items. And if you did, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, as well as subscribe. And turn on your bell notification and get notified when I upload my next video. I love you guys. Thank you so much for the support, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye.